Man, you can't make this stuff up, man. You cannot make this stuff up. Now, it's amazing how Keith Thurman went along with this, the fake news. Keith Thurman went along with the fake news. He kept quiet when they reported that he was going to be fighting Errol Spence at 154 for no titles. He was quiet. He didn't confirm nor deny the fight was going to happen. But see, I realize now that this was all a PBC play, which I knew was anyway, but it's confirmed now. This was all a PBC play to buy Errol Spence more time to prepare for Bud Crawford, which I knew all along. All the ducking and dodging and all the saying that, oh, you're going to have to set up for this, or I might move up and fight Canelo, or he's on the wrong side of the street. All of that stuff. And within the last couple of years, when the pressure was really on for Errol Spence to fight Bud Crawford, I felt like it was all a play, all propaganda. The Errol Spence, Keith Thurman announcement was all propaganda. It was a lie. They knew they were not going to fight each other. Al Heyman knew they was not going to fight each other, but they put that out in the media so people wouldn't be putting so much pressure. The fans wouldn't be focusing so much on Bud and Errol fighting. But now, in the aftermath of Bud beating up on Errol Spence, now Keith Thurman, mind you, Keith Thurman hasn't won. He hadn't wanted no smoke with Bud. He ain't wanted no smoke with Bud Crawford. He ain't called him out. He ain't said nothing. He didn't even say, "Oh well, I want the fight. I want the winner out of Bud and Errol." But right in the aftermath of Errol losing to Bud, now all of a sudden Thurman got this confidence to fight. He want to say, well, I'm a different fighter than Errol. I'm not the type of fighter. I'm not flat-footed like Errol. Oh, so now you're going to discredit your stablemate, your dance partner, the person that was supposed to be your dance partner for PBC. You guys be on code like females. All of that being quiet and not saying nothing and, oh, Errol, PBC, blah, 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 blah. But right after Bud destroys Errol, you want to call out Bud now? Keith Thurman? Keith Thurman, you cap. You don't want no smoke with Bud. Bud will do you way worse than Errol Spence. Bud would destroy you, Keith Thurman. But you capping, bruh. You are all cap. You PBC fighters, man, y'all done. Y'all are done, bro. Anthony Joshua and Ryan Garcia, I don't even know why they wasted their time going over there. Because Derek James, oh, we're not even worried about that. Who hired this dumb, illiterate nigga? That nigga got to be the most retarded trainer. How'd he get trainer of the year? He sure couldn't come up with any other game plan for Errol Spence to make any adjustments against Bud Crawford once Bud Crawford took that jab away. Then the fans started getting on him because he didn't throw in the towel soon enough. He should have threw in the towel sooner for Errol. But all you can say was, oh, well, we're kind of going back and forth. It's just trying to understand things and to make the adjustments. But, it was his timing. His timing was off. But, I talked to the doctors and everything. This nigga don't know nothing. He don't know what to do. He was put in a situation that he was not prepared to handle. I'm talking about Derek James. That was a horrible way he handled that, but I'm not surprised that he handled it that way, or that he didn't know what to do, because every time leading up to fighting Bud Crawford, before the fight was officially announced that Errol and Bud was going to fight, every time they interviewed Derek James and they asked him about, I knew Derek wasn't on nothing when he said, no, I don't watch Bud fights. No, I'm training. I train 7 days a week. I ain't gonna time to be watching nobody else fight. I go home, I gotta rest. You a liar. You know damn well you've been watching Bud. You just didn't know how to prepare for Bud. You didn't know how to come up with a good enough game plan for Bud because you felt like your fighter was good enough, had enough tools in his bag to stop Bud Crawford no matter what Bud Crawford brings to the table. That was the most dumbest thing you could have did, sir. Your arrogance and your ego is the reason why your fighter got destroyed, Derek James. But back to this Keith Thurman character. Keith Thurman, he's also, him and Jamal Charlo had, well, the whole PBC is hardly active anyway. Them niggas don't fight. They lucky if they fight once a year. It's usually like once every 2 years. But Keith Thurman and Jamal Charlo have to be the most inactive PBC fighters right now. Probably the most inactive fighters, period. But under the PBC umbrella, Keith Thurman and Jamal Charlo are the most inactive. And for this goofball, Keith Thurman, to try to call out Bud and try to challenge him to a fight, when this man was supposedly supposed to fight Spence. Well, then all of a sudden they was like, hey, Thurman, you know what? Nah, man. Sit down. You sit back down. We're going to put you back on the shelf, sir. We back renegotiating with Bud. So they threw you back on the shelf, Thurman. So don't try to jump off the shelf now and be like, Bud, come on now. It's me. Don't forget about two-time. I'm going to give you your props. You two-time undisputed, but I'm two-time Keith Thurman. I need that payday too. Nah, bruh. You don't deserve nothing. You a goofball. Boots Ennis deserves it more than you do. But his journey is a totally different journey. So why even waste his time by destroying Boots Ennis when he can go up to junior middleweight and go after the undisputed titles there? Which really he can retire right now, and he's good. He's the only male fighter to go undisputed in 2 different weight classes. The man is 36, about to be 36 years old. He ain't got nothing else extra to prove. Jermell Charlo's already on a ducking. He ducking right now. He ducking Tim Tszyu, which he should be fighting Tim Tszyu. Why is he trying to even fight Canelo? Didn't y'all's boy Errol Spence say, oh, I could just go move up and fight Canelo when they asked him about is he going to really fight Bud Crawford next? And he threw Canelo's name out there, knowing damn well he didn't negotiate with Canelo at all. There was no negotiations. There was no talks. But he threw it out there because it made him nervous hearing about Bud Crawford again and if he's going to fight him. But now they're saying that Jermell Charlo is going to fight Canelo. I ain't even convinced that's going to happen. Canelo just joined PBC. And all of a sudden now Canelo's going to be fighting Jermell, but not Jamal. Why isn't Jermell fighting Tim Tszyu? You don't need Canelo. Charlo, you're undisputed right now. Defend your undisputed titles against Tim Tszyu, who just beat one of your other foes, and Tony Harrison. You idiot. Like, what is wrong? Y'all dumb. PBC fighters are got to be the most illiterate boxers of all time. You want to jump and fight Canelo for basically no titles, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if Canelo's going to come all the way down and try to fight you for your undisputed titles, or you're going to meet at a catch weight. But I highly doubt it's going to be for any of y'all's titles. You're avoiding Tim Tszyu. You claimed you broke your hand, Jermell. You said you broke your hand. And as soon as you reemerge and you're supposedly back healthy again, you don't want to fight Tim Tszyu, who's been patiently waiting for you. He had to take the Tony Harrison fight, and he fought some other dude recently. I forget the guy's name. He fought 2 other fighters while waiting on you to get your hand supposedly back together, which I think that was a lie. Like, I didn't see no proof that you really broke your hand. But as soon as you come back, Tim Tszyu don't exist to you now. Oh, you just focus on Canelo. I tell you, boy. I tell you. They need to strip all the PBC fighters of their titles. Errol Spence just lost all his titles. Now they need to strip Jermell. Even before he fights, they need to strip him, because it's not fair to Tim Tszyu for him to have to be waiting again, and for them to allow these special privileges to these PBC fighters to fight people for nothing. No straps, no meaning to their fights. And then Jermall Charlo, come on now, dog. This is why he got slapped. That was his karma, because, you know, you playing politic games. You're spending more time on the internet and going live than in the gym. And then you're trying to act like you really that dude. Y'all all about to be Cubs. Ain't gonna be no Lions only promotions no more. It's about to be Cubs only promotions. You guys are all being dethroned. You know why? Because you guys have been living a lie. And y'all have been scamming the public for their money. But you haven't been giving the public what they need to see. And that's really good fights. But Keith Thurman, you're a joke. Stop it, bruh. Jermell Charlo, you're a joke. Stop it, bruh. Fight Tim Tszyu or fight Bud Crawford next. Jermall Charlo, you just need to retire and get your life together, bruh. Because the way you got slapped, oh no. You're done.